The warnings and the damage done as emergency crews mobilize to mitigate the effects of high winds throughout the northwestern Pennsylvania region. Good evening, I'm Brian Wilk. That story in a minute, but we start tonight with breaking news on the shoreline of Lake Erie where multiple homes are being evacuated. It's breaking news tonight. You're looking live at the scene where emergency responders have been moving people out of their homes near the 3100 block of Lakefront Drive. Earlier this evening, with high winds causing so much damage around the region, also affecting the lakefront. According to reports from the scene, water from the shoreline is making its way to the doors of the houses there and causing flooding to the ground floors. Westlake Fire Department and Erie Police have been responding to the scene. Residents there are stunned.
It's pretty bad. I had my nephews come down and put up some barriers for me. They down. So we have water on our first floor. On our second and third floor, but it's a mandatory evacuation. I have to really say thank you.
There's no word on when residents will be allowed to return to their homes. Meanwhile, those heavy winds across the region causing damage across a wide swath, including to a fire department that took a major hit. Star joins us now in the control room with more reaction from the fire department chief and residents from across Erie. Star?
Good evening, Brian. These high winds are sweeping through Erie and across neighboring counties, and tonight the Wattsburg Fire Department is in distress after losing a roof.
Gusty and blustery winds sweeping through Wattsburg on Sunday afternoon, leaving the volunteer fire department's roof in pieces.
Apparently when the winds and the rain went, ripped the complete roof right off our station about 3:15 today. So you can see the damage. It's pretty extensive.
60 volunteers braving the high-speed winds by helping clean up the residue and shingles at the fire department. Damage also extending to the social hall across the street and the telecommunications tower.
A couple pieces all over. It took out all our towers, all our radio equipment is able to on us. You can see the tower up there, one of them that's all bent and the other one's bent right in half.
Across the region in Meadville, winds impacting homes. That's when a tree smashed a home, leaving its roof in pieces. On Route 18 south of Conneautville, a large tree falling in the roadway, leaving cars blocked off. Dobbins Landing also suffering the storm, some stopping to check out the strong winds.
We just stopped for food and gas and everything. Didn't know that it was unnatural weather today, but my hat's been off.
For others,
I haven't seen a wave breaking on the faults like this since Hurricane Sandy came up through New York.
And as you saw earlier, Dobbins Landing also suffering from flooding near the Sheraton Bayfront Hotel, surrounding restaurants as well. Brian, hopefully this will slow down soon. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
People need to be safe out there. Star, thank you. To weather now, meteorologist Craig Flint has your Fox First forecast. Craig.
And unfortunately, it is not going to slow down. Now, we've seen a reduction a little bit in terms of the wind speed, but it is still very gusty out there. And of course, all of that being piled up on the shoreline. Just another facet. We expected this, and you can see it's still windy as we look at the airport right now. We have the high wind warning. This is only in effect until 11 o'clock for Erie, Ashtabula, Crawford. But here's the thing. Even after 11 o'clock, it's not like the wind's just going to stop blowing. Okay, it's still going to be gusty through the night. We'll have some new lake effect rain and snow showers developing as the colder air deepens. So notice the winds out of the west-southwest at 22 right now. They will stay elevated through the night and right through the day tomorrow. And again, several reports of damage across the region from the high winds. We'll recap the forecast. This does feature a little snow in just a bit. Brian?
Thank you, Craig. The most recent COVID-19 numbers released by the Erie County Department of Health reporting 149 confirmed cases. So far, 59 people have died from COVID-19 in Erie County. 3,227 people have tested positive since March. Throughout the region, Crawford County is reporting a total of 1,039 cases, up 41. Warren County reporting a total of 100. Up 3. Ashtabula County, 1,543 cases. That's climbing up by 46. Chicago County, New York, 1,297 cases. Across the Commonwealth, the Department of Health site is showing 5,199 new cases, which brings the total since March to more than 205,000. The state is also reporting 38 new deaths, bringing that total to over 9,274. Many Americans are already planning travel for the holidays. Fox News correspondent Aisha Hesney says doctors are warning that the country is moving into a critical phase with the coronavirus.
A long line of drivers this weekend in Chicago waiting to get tested for COVID, with more Americans wanting to make sure they're virus-free before visiting loved ones over the holidays. Nationally, new daily case numbers are breaking records almost every day. 3 West Coast states asking residents not to travel out of state for Thanksgiving.
We are optimistic that Thanksgiving 2021 will be the best ever, but this year, it's just too dangerous to gather together indoors where the virus can spread so easily.
Business owners, especially for bars and restaurants, say they might not make it through another prolonged shutdown.
We can handle that for a few weeks. If that goes on till March, that's going to be a whole different story.
President-elect Biden's COVID response team will meet with vaccine makers in the coming days. Advisors say there are currently no plans for any kind of nationwide lockdown.
In the spring, when we didn't know a lot about COVID, we responded, in a sense, with an on-off switch. The better way to think about these safety restrictions is more as a dial that we turn up and down depending on severity.
And President-elect Biden's chief of staff stressing the importance of passing another COVID-19 relief bill, saying a bipartisan effort could unite the country after a tough election. In New York, Aisha Husney, Fox News.
Walmart is reinstituting store practices on customer limits over rising cases of COVID-19. The shopping giant says it's resuming counting customers as they enter and exit the stores. The latest announcement comes as the number of coronavirus cases in the U.S. has skyrocketed over the past few weeks. In April, Walmart ran stores at roughly 20% capacity, or 5 customers per 1,000 square feet. A fundraiser for a local family in need. The Heibel family receiving funds for Johnny's medical bills months after he suffered a traumatic brain injury. Chelsea Swift spoke with members of the community who have spent weeks planning this socially distant fundraiser.
It could have been any one of our kids that this happened to.
That's Jennifer Binney, the organizer of the Johnny Heibel fundraiser. Her son being a McDowell alum and football player, she felt inspired to organize a socially distant benefit at the Perry Highway Hose Company.
Once football family, always football family, and we knew we needed to do something for Brandon and Megan and Johnny. We love them, and so that's what made us just go full strength ahead with this.
Jennifer Binney adding the benefit included auction items from a variety of local businesses that wanted to help the Heibel family. Mill Creek Township Supervisor John Morgan says it's nice to see local businesses and members of the community come together to support a family.
Hard and troublesome for a lot of families in the community. There's been a lot of divisiveness with past election races, and it's really nice to see that we can still come together to support a family in need.
The support for the Heibel family is county-wide.
Summit Township has joined in to host this event for the Heibel family, and it's just nice to see our community come together, not just at Mill Creek, but the region.
One volunteer says the format of the fundraiser had to be adjusted because of COVID. The community is still safely showing support.
Typical benefit, there's tables everywhere, there's people here, they're serving drinks and everybody's hanging out. Obviously we can't do that, but it just shows resolve and the willingness to adapt and still want to support causes and help people.
66 News.
One man was stabbed in the hand overnight after an argument started at a local bar and continued to a home on East 18th Street. According to Erie City Police, were called to 2017 East 18th Street around 12:30 Sunday morning, where they found a 21-year-old male with a stab wound to the hand. 2 suspects, 28-year-old male and 27-year-old female, were arrested and waiting arraignment in the City of Erie jail. The victim was treated and released. A local man has been inducted to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. In November, Chris Vrenna, known for playing with the band 9 Inch Nails, Marilyn and Gnarls Barkley, was inducted as a member of 9 Inch Nails. Vrenna was born and raised in Erie, attended McDowell High School before leaving for Cleveland to focus on his career. Nine Inch Nails recorded as a crossover alternative band who, with a smash hit Closer, reached number 41 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1994.
I think the more I understand the magnitude of what it really means for your career and for doing this, I've been doing this since high school, playing and everything, starting off in Erie, and it's just one of those things that it just feels so full circle at this point now.
The Grammy Award winner is currently residing in Madison County, Alabama, where he's teaching music technology at the Alabama Center for Art. A tree sapping giveaway in Frontier Park this afternoon, an initiative created by the Lake Erie Arboretum at Frontier Park, inspired this eco-friendly event. They handed out 400 free tree saplings to members of the community outside the Leaf Building on West 6th Street. The goal is to plant over 200,000 trees in Erie County over the next 5 years.
The response to the environmental crisis, climate change, it's something that we can all do that will positively impact climate change. And it is a way to make all our neighborhoods better and our air cleaner and our water cleaner.
Members of this relief are working with schools and community organizations to get Erie County Tree Project up and running. Coming up on Fox 66 News, we'll take a second look at the Make America Great Again March in Washington, D.C. over the weekend. Plus, we'll see how the entertainment industry is adapting to the reality of the COVID-19 pandemic, and a toy company known for their ideas to build big take a crack at one of the ancient wonders